Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. Oh, Drake, you might want to press play on that other thing. Thank you so much. That was Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos. So right now the time is approximately 9:26 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Sunday, January 24th, 2021. I want to acknowledge one of my favorite people on planet Earth, Swan of Dreamers, also known as the Michelle Swan Graham. January 24th is a very special day for her. I think you can imagine why. But that's pretty much all that. I want to acknowledge my newest YouTube channel subscribers. They are, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the first part of this, but it's HM-NTR, Sacred Seers, written as one word, and they actually subscribed to my YouTube channel on Friday, January 1st, 2021. I am so honored, so honored. Also, Cayera, or Cajera, or Cajira, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, I'm so sorry, but it's spelled capital K-A-J-I-E-R-A. That person is my next YouTube channel subscriber. And last but certainly not least, Relic Sirius, and I love the way it's spelled. Capital R-E-L-I, capital K, and capital S-I-R-I-U, capital S. Relic Sirius. Welcome to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. And for the record, I have lighting over here, I have lighting over here, but the fan is here and it's off. I've been a little chilly today because, you know, it's January in New Jersey, so yeah. Anyway, let me minimize this. Let me take a sip of my coffee. This is the special blend of La Casa de Roberto, formerly known as Chez Robert. You would love my coffee. If you love coffee, you would love my coffee. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, so this is the official video for Notions and Potions, February 2021. I am very excited about returning to Notions and Potions officially in February 2021. I say officially because it just so happens that there have been two occasions between December 2020 and February 2021 where I've returned to the store for special appointments. I don't do that for anything. I certainly would not do that for a 20-minute reading. But the two individuals who availed themselves of my psychic services, and I think that was actually in November of 2020, if I remember correctly, one scheduled a 1-hour reading, which could have become a 90-minute reading, and the other one scheduled a 40-minute reading. So for that combination, I will happily take the trip to Beacon. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But anyway, so I have the honor and pleasure of returning to Notions and Potions in beautiful Beacon, New York, or as I love to call it, Freakin Beacon, baby. And let me give you the dates. These are the official dates. They are... Okay. I need my mouse to cooperate. Thank you, mouse. So I will be available for readings in the store, and in person, and by phone, and by video, and by email. The whole shebang from Friday, February 18th, from Friday, February 19th through Sunday, February 21st, 2021. I will give you those dates again. From Friday, February 19th, including Saturday, February 20th, through to Sunday, February 21st, 2021. Ironically, those are the same dates that I will be at Notions and Potions in March of 2021. Same dates, same days of the week. It's that February-March thing because, you know, February traditionally has 28 days when it's not a leap year. So it's like a perfect grid. You know, it's like here we go and here we go. So the same dates are pretty much identical except that one is February, one is March. But officially I will be at Notions and Potions next month, February 2021, from Friday, February 19th through to Sunday, February 21st, 2021. So far, I do not have any appointments. That will change. I do recommend that if you are going to have a reading with me, either at the store in person, or by phone, or by video, or by email, well, specifically in person, by phone, and by video, that you schedule your appointment sooner than later. Remember, from September through to the following February is the most abundantly full time period for my professional psychic practice. So I do not doubt that I will book up relatively quickly. Also, there is a possibility that I will be giving readings at other events in both February and March 2021. So you have options, and I am so fond of saying that you absolutely have options. Just a brief breakdown. Officially, the store's hours on Fridays and Saturdays are noon to 7 p.m., which means that I will be available for readings from noon through to 6:30 p.m. on both Friday, February 19th, and Saturday, February 20th, 2021. However, the store hours on Sundays at Notions and Potions are noon to 4 p.m. And of course, all of these times are Eastern Time. So I will be available for readings at Notions and Potions on Sunday, February 21st, 2021 from noon until 3:30 p.m. I give you this information because, number one, it's important to be informed. And number two, it helps you schedule your readings when you want. My personal recommendation is scheduling earlier than later. However, if you want to schedule an appointment on a day of the week that you have the greatest chances of not having any appointments or not having to look at another time period for your reading, I would say Sundays. Because even though Sundays the store is open for only 4 hours, I tend to give the least number of readings on Sundays, although that was certainly not the case in December of 2020, but I digress. So I would say, just a general rule of thumb, schedule earlier than later. And again, there are certain guidelines for those of you that are coming into the store. For those of you who are coming into the store in person, face masks are absolutely required. You will need to use the hand sanitizer that's in the store. By the way, I'm not a big fan of hand sanitizer. I love this hand sanitizer. That speaks volumes. And it was made by a witch. You know, it's really good for everything. Sanitization, cleanliness, the elimination of bad juju, all that other good shit. Yeah, really. And there's also a touch of lavender in it, which makes me feel happy and relaxed. I love lavender. I really do. It's one of my personal favorites. It's not my all-time favorite. If I had an all-time favorite essential oil, I'll need to get back to you on that. But if I had to choose right now, I would say vetiver. Vetiver I love. It is actually one of my favorite essences. It's great for enhancing positive energy. It's great for attracting money. It's a feel-good essence. I happen to love it because it attracts money and prosperity, so that's why I love vetiver. Anyway, I'm also going to say that I have still not yet gathered all the decks that I'm going to use, but going forward, and I know that I said this last year once the store finally reopened after being on lockdown in the state of New York because of COVID-19, going forward, I will be available for readings in the store when I'm physically on the premises, whether it is in person or phone or video or email. So the opportunities to, and don't get me wrong, I do not have an issue with walk-ins, and the store has not said no walk-ins, and I don't think I would ever ask Cheryl to do that because anybody could walk in at any time. My personal recommendation, given how fast I do tend to book up, and given how much faster I have been booking up in the store, is to schedule your appointment sooner than later. Because that way you get the time that you want, you get the time period that you want, you get the date that you want. If you wait until somebody else, then you run the risk of somebody else scheduling the time and date you want. I'm not going to mention any names, but I have a client who's also a good friend who's been using my psychic services since September 2001. And one day she had texted me, she sent me a text message, wanted me to send her a list of dates that she wanted to schedule a private prosperity class. I said, fine. So I did that. And then 3 weeks later, she got back to me and she was like, oh, I wanted to let you know, I want to do it on this date and this time. I said, I'm no longer available that date and that time. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, what I mean is that 3 weeks ago when you asked me to send you this information, I did. And 3 weeks have gone by and other people have scheduled appointments on that date. So I'm no longer available on that date. And she was like, well, what else do you have? And I said, well, let me look at my calendar and I'll get back to you in less than 5 minutes. And guess what I did? I went through my calendar and I got back to her in less than 5 minutes and I said, these are the dates that I have in mind. These are the dates that I have available. What do you have in mind? She's like, I'll get back to you. I said, the last time you did that, the date that you wanted got booked up. So I would recommend you get back to me today, not 3 weeks from now, not tomorrow, but today. And she's like, I'll get back to you today. I said, okay, because if you don't, you know somebody else is going to book up on a date you want, right? And by the way, that's exactly what happened. She got back to me 3 days later, and the 2 dates that she had in mind were already booked up. And she's like, what? And I said, I'm Mr. Prosperity. You know these things happen. You of all people, you who's been using my psychic services since September 2001, you who've been using my psychic services for almost 2 decades, you know this happens. So I said to her, why don't you get back to me a lot sooner this time? That way you'll get the date that you want, right? Right. She was a bit upset about that, but she knew that I was right because, hey, Mr. Prosperity. Anyway, let me take a sip of my coffee. So, but with all of my readings, with all of my psychic sessions in the store, and when I'm at Notions and Potions, and when I'm outside of the premises, it's tarot, oracle cards, intuitive card readings, which is when I tend to use a tarot deck and an oracle card deck in the same reading, runes, and metaphysical consultations. I only do palm readings in the store, and that's really because I don't want to miss anything. And yes, my readings are primarily intuitive, but I do like working with the lines on the client's palms of hands, on the client's palms, and also looking at the different symbols. You know, when I see things like crosses or boxes, that excites me. And sometimes there are certain things that may not be pulled up in, let's say, a webcam. And I feel that I have a responsibility to learn as much about palmistry as possible. There's an amazing palmistry book that a very dear friend of mine who led a palmistry course that was phenomenal used as a reference guide. And I don't know where it is right now. And it's one that, and that's mainly because between the last several months and staying at home more often, I've basically been doing a lot of household chores and projects, everything from organizing to reorganizing to cleaning to clearing out to clearing away to throwing away to donating, etc., etc., etc. So I have put certain things away that I have not needed as often, but I do like to have that book out and about because it's an excellent, excellent book on palmistry. It's actually one of the best books of palmistry I've ever read, and it's one that came highly, highly recommended. So, all that being said, for now, I wish all of you a beautiful evening, a wonderful week. If you have any additional questions, you're more than welcome to make a comment in this video page, or you can email me directly at thetarotman@excite.com. Once again, that is T as in Tom, H-E, T as in Tom, A-R-O, T as in Tom, M as in Michael, A, N as in Nathaniel, at excite.com. If you go to the section, let me just pull it up really quick. If you go to the section in YouTube, I'm on the wrong page. If you go to the section on YouTube that says About, and under Details, View Email Address, it will show you my email address. And then you can go from there. And that will help you as well. In the meantime, I wish all of you and yours multiple blessings of peace, health, and plenty. May you and yours be blessed with peace, and health and plenty. And as always, stay tuned until the next video, and good night.